those that don't know me, my name is Mario Smith, born and raised Chattanooga, Tennessee, owner, operator of It's in the Details Auto Detailing. I'm a fun guy, super laid back, super creative. Cars, definitely a passion of mine. The type of car, year, make, and model of cars, from classics to new. I'm a very OCD person. Cleaning and having stuff set in a certain way is like a breath of fresh air for me, man. So it just makes perfect sense for me to mesh the two together. I get to deal with every vehicle that you can dream of, and I get to turn a lot of stuff, for a lack of better terms, from shit to shoe. We offer any service you can think of, from basic maintenance on the vehicle to waxing, buffing, paint correction. Also, we are one of the #1 leading auto detailers in the tri-state region that offers ceramic coatings. I think what actually sets It's in the Details away from every other shop that's around there is we don't treat you as a customer. When you come here, you're treated as family. We don't look at your wallet, we look at the person. To answer that also professionally, we treat every vehicle as if it's our own vehicle. That means even if it's an aspect of the service that you actually didn't pay for, we're gonna go above and beyond without any extra payment to do that, because we stamp our name on everything that leaves here. And we want it to leave the way that we want it to leave, not the way that you paid for it. In order to get to where I am today, there was a mixture of things that happened like throughout my lifetime. Raised by a single mom, growing up in what I would consider a lower level neighborhood and environment. So for a lot of people that come from where I come from, that's the goal. To be the street guy that's got all the fast money and the fast life that ends pretty fast. Starting this out hasn't been an easy road. Really had no plans whatsoever of really starting this business. Ended up going to purchasing a van. It's a very cheap van. My first van cost me $1,300 that I actually bought from a salvage yard. One hurdle was when I got my van 6 months into it, engine completely flatlined out. I'm blessed enough to have, the partner that I have in life help me out with the money so I can get a new engine. I had a associate at that time who helped me along with his business to continue doing my customers, got my engine fixed and got back to it. Another hurdle that I encountered a whole lot was, as long as they can look down on you, everything is fine and dandy. As soon as you try to operate on the same level, then they fear that you'll surpass them. Everyone that I knew in business that I reached out to get a little bit of insight, nobody wanted to help. Literally everything that I learned coming into this was not only self-taught, self-research, self-implemented. One of the first things you need to do is put pride and ego to the side. Never feel like you know so much that you can't reach out and ask for help. And even if you reach out and ask somebody for help, if you're declined 1,000,000 times, continue to reach out 1,000,001 times, because you're going to find that one person that's meant to help you, and they're going to help you the right way. When one door closes, that means that wasn't the door you were supposed to use. You have to keep on trying doors until the correct door opens. And when that correct door opens, you'll know that's what's really meant for you. So reaching out, asking for help, and taking bits and pieces from here and there, everything you get from somebody is not going to be useful to you. And you take what you want to and you put it all together collectively to where it fits for you. The difference that's going to set you apart is finding something that you're passionate about. If you follow your passion, you'll find a way to make it work. If you want to start a business, the first thing you need to do to get the ball rolling is research. Be sure that you know what market pricing is versus what your pricing is going to be. Next, you need to be fully trained in what you're trying to do. The best advice I can give somebody is make sure you know what you're doing before you start. Next, protect yourself. Insurance. I preach this very heavy. Insurance. Always make sure you are insured, licensed and insured. That's what's going to take you the long way, man. My biggest accomplishment personally, becoming a family man. Just this past year, my fiance, my partner of about 11 to 12 years, we finally tied the knot. It was surreal. One of the best accomplishments that I made, because now I actually have a purpose. Having a family gives you a purpose that you don't really understand until you actually have it. To get to the shop that I have now and see it become a dream, I always wanted to treat my shop like a man cave, and I was able to create that with this. So professionally, having my shop is one of the biggest things that happened to me, but also I wanted to be recognized alongside a lot of other big businesses that I respect. So last year, after years of trying, they have an annual competition called the Best of the Best, where collectively all businesses in this region, North Georgia as well as Chattanooga, are put into this category for the public to vote on, and the public decides who they consider to be the best of that year. 2023, after in 2022 being the runner-up, ultimately I won. So 2023, we actually became the best of the best. And for me to be recognized along a platform that includes everyone and to be considered the best of the best out of that category, man, that was the highlight of my career. Now, if I get it after this, cool. It'll never top that first time, but if we get it multiple times, cool. But I was at least able to say that I finally reached that plateau. I would probably say the biggest thing that may shock everyone is that Mario is a convicted felon. There was a previous time in my life where Mario was still finding himself. Throughout this time, I used the influences that I had growing up, most of those influences being negative. I followed that old path that a lot of people from my background tend to follow, where you think the only way to get to have a flashy life or to have things of value is to live a street life. Like a lot of people that I know, I fell victim of that. Subsequently, it landed me in prison. I went to prison for thinking I was Pablo Escobar. I did almost roughly 5 years. During that time, I really used that time kind of wisely to kind of like reroute my thinking. I have a new direction on life for when I came home. I never wanted to live that life again. Jumping over just that hurdle alone and having that convicted felon stamp on your back when you're trying to go get jobs, different things of that nature. The way a lot of people see me now, they may think I've had like a good road getting here. And when a lot of people meet me, probably would never know, good God, this guy's been in prison and kind of like done did some pretty rough things. But there's a chance for everybody to reform. Going to prison doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you're one of the ones who got caught. And I chose to change that. Here we are. I'd probably say in life, collectively, we the best that ever did it and got away with it.